Sound the alarm if you heard this one before. Indiana has landed another guard. Indiana lands a commitment from 2025 Serbian wing Aleksa Risitc. Sorry if I mispronounced that, sir. All due respect to you. I must say before we do this video, this kid's headshot and face looks like if you asked me to draw Dalton Connect from memory, which might be good because hopefully they shoot the same. But the 6'5 Serbian who played this year for, I believe it in the played in the Serbia KSL, which is a top league in Serbia. He's a terrific shooter, 38% from three this
Yeah.
season. Also played at the U19 level, or sorry, U20 national team level for Serbia, where he shot 41%. So this is a guy that you look at as 6'5", put him on the wing, you expect him to knock down shots. And for an Indiana team last year that had a lot of trouble shooting, I think the one thing you can say about how Coach DeVries has built this roster is that he doesn't want the non-shooting issue to ever come. And that looks like it's gonna be. It looks like he took care of that this year with some of the additions that he's made. Rob, I'll throw it to you. What are your thoughts on Ristich and I guess the ad for Indiana?
Yeah, this is just more depth, keeping with the identity that Darian DeVries wants for his team, which is a dynamic shooting team with a bunch of guys that can handle the ball, make plays. Ristic did average over 4 assists per game in the Serbian league as well, so he's shown the ability to make some plays with the ball in his hand. But he's a shooter first. He will be a bench guy at least to start the season. Expectation is that he's behind Conway, behind Wilkerson, behind DeVries, behind Nick Dorn, and then from there just kind of depends how quickly he's able to get up to speed. But for your eighth, ninth, or 10th man, essentially, to be somebody with this level of international experience is a good thing. Now, there is a note that he was the second leading scorer on his pro team
Mhm.
behind Andre Kostic, who signed with Kansas State. So I don't know how Indiana fans should feel about getting, the number two to somebody who signed with Jerome Tang. But again,
I like Kostic a lot for what it's worth.
he's good. He is good. But I think for somebody who you're counting on to be perhaps an end of the rotation guy, like this is a quality ad.
Yeah. So, Rob, go back to your the last time that you played basketball in the organized state. You remember when like you would go to they'd be like, you know what, bigs go to this side and guards and
Yep.
wings go to this end of the court. If they do that at Assembly Hall, it's gonna be like maybe one or two guys on the big end, and like the rest of the course is gonna be flooded with wings and guards. Is that any concern for you? Like obviously bringing in
Yeah.
Ristich as a guy that has pro experience, can shoot the ball 6'5", that being your quote unquote maybe 12th guy on the roster or 11th guy, that's amazing. That's what you want. I watched Mike Woodson add Dallas James last year as like their 10th guy, and we saw how that worked out. So,
Yeah.
any concerns about like front court stuff here? Or are they just like, or concerns about them just stacking up 6'5" guys that can shoot?
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
Yes. Yes. Reed Bailey is the only guy right now on the roster who's over 6'8". He's only 6'10". Average just over 6 boards per game for Davidson last year, but also shot 41.5% from three. Like he is more of a perimeter big man. I think that the interesting thing here is the rim protection defensively and how that's going to look for Indiana. Rebounding wise, it very much seems like they're going to get a like rebounding by committee approach because they don't have a lot of like traditional size and traditional dominant big men on the glass. But the guys they've added are all really good positional rebounders. Tate Connerway and Lamar Wilkerson, who are going to be your starting backcourt, both average over 4 boards per game. Nick Dorn was right around 4 as well. DeVries was right at 5 at West Virginia when he was healthy. Again, Reed Bailey is at over 6. Josiah Miles and Josh Harris, both from North Florida, were right around 7 each. But again, going from the ASUN to the Big Ten, it's a jump. So you got a lot of guys who aren't like the biggest in the world and most traditional rebounders, but produce good rebounding numbers. So I don't know if that's going to be as much of an issue for Indiana as we may think it is. The lack of rim protection, though, like interior defensive presence, is going to be an issue.
Yeah, it definitely is. But I guess here's my flip side to that. Rim protection, that prevents people from scoring, what, two-pointers?
Mhm.
It's all right. As my great high school coach Rick Palmer says, excuse my language, I've been real good at not cussing on here. Get that bitch out the net. Let's go spot up for three. Run the wing and let's go get it. Three's worth more than two. Let's go win this game 94-87 and let's go ahead and head on home.
That appears to be the strategy. That appears to be the strategy. But also, what conference has traditionally had the best big men in the country?
That would be the Big Ten. And there's a lot of good big men that are going to be in the Big Ten this year. A lot of good big men.
Yep, a lot of good big men in the Big Ten. So you better make your threes.
Yep. You got to make it. You
Better
know what?
make your threes.
You know what I think it's going to look like, and I'll be interested to see if the actual style is the same. But that last year for Micah Shrewsbury at Penn State, they had like one big. He wasn't necessarily that good, but they just like rained threes and played hard and did the booty ball thing, and it actually caught the league by storm a little bit, and they ended up having a really good year. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But the one thing that Indiana fans I don't think will have to worry about is that they are going to have a plethora of shooters and 6'5" wings on this team. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And this kind of puts the roster at 12. Apparently, they want to have 13 players. So we'll see how that kind of works out. Maybe there is a big that's in the works. You never really know in today's day and age. They're probably overseas somewhere trying to find some 7-footer. And I'm sure when that comes out, we'll have a video on it. But congrats to Ristich. Congrats to Darren DeVries, who is going to have a whole new roster and this whole new team and this whole new era of Bloomington and Indiana basketball.